And I said it this morning on local TV, and then you sent me a text, and you and I talked for a while thereafter, and I said, but let's do this for public consumption. I'm devastated by what I'm seeing. I'm crushed. I love people. I've missed people. We've been in quarantine for 75 days. We haven't seen our friends and families in a lot of cases. I love people. I want a handshake. I want a hug. When I see people out on the streets, protest, yes, protest, but looting and violence. I can't believe what I'm seeing. What is going on in your heart and your mind right now?
Well, and I'll tell you, I hope I come across logically, because I'm still having a visceral reaction to all of this. And I'm just going to get right into it. And I will tell you, Zad, as you know, because we've spoke many times, I couldn't be more proud to be a police officer, particularly a San Diego police officer for 35 years and retiring as the chief of police. And one of the things that I love the most about being a police officer is that you had an opportunity every single day to make a positive difference in someone's life, and usually at the worst possible moment. Regrettably, what is equally true is that as a police officer, you can destroy the years of hard work that it took to build the trust of our community in just mere moments. And when I saw what happened to Mr. George Floyd, I was horrified. I was beyond belief. I was just so disturbed to my inner core. Like I said, a visceral reaction to it, and I still do. And I don't even want to call them police officers, those former police officers, and what they did, but we can't shy away to who they were and the badge that they wore and what that means to our law enforcement profession. But what they did was wrong in every sense of the word, in every sense of human decency. There's no justification. It makes no sense. There's no reason. There's no excuse for what happened. And to those three officers that didn't step in and stop this, they should be held equally accountable. I watched this, as far as I'm concerned, it was a murder. But what I saw happen after this, and you have to understand, after this, and I've never seen this before, you literally had thousands of police officers, from chiefs to rank and file. I mean, Chief Neslight, Sheriff Gore, myself, so many others, and throughout the country, thousands of law enforcement police officers going publicly, unions, associations, saying this is wrong. This is absolutely wrong, and denouncing it. We feel betrayed as police officers because of the hard work that we have put into this. And when you talk about betrayal, so let's go to those protests, peacefully protests, yes, and the majority of what we've seen, particularly here, has been peaceful. But to those few, and they're not protesters, to those few individuals with their own agenda, okay, that is trying to rob this opportunity to really come together and unite and have meaningful reform and to continue to move forward, because we've done a lot of great work here in San Diego, and to continue to move forward. They're trying to take that. Let's not let them do that. Let's all of us unite. And I'm just going to say this, I teach now at National University, and I like to think I'm a student of history. I went back and I read the second inaugural address of President Abraham Lincoln. And what got me thinking about that is that last year I had the privilege and the honor to help escort about 100 of our World War II and our Korean War veterans to see, so they can see their memorials. And we're at the Lincoln Memorial, and we're reading this. And here I'm standing with these veterans, and we're reading the words of President Lincoln and other people that were there, just everyday people that were there of all races. They start to listen to our discussion. And it's one of the things that I had said, I said, look at his words, how wisdom and just amazing they were. And he's writing this in the waning days of the Civil War. And I said, in the struggles of that, where he talks about uniting a country, we're still dealing with those words. But let's look at these words, what he says, when he talks about we must unite. Malice toward none, charity towards all. And I went back and I read that, and the words are just as wise today as they were when he wrote it, President Lincoln. So we need the thought leaders. We need, and it's the majority of the people, I'll tell you right now, that want to unite all of us together. And don't let those few hijack it. This is our opportunity to make history.